Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Easy English Daily, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Olivia, and I'm so happy to have you with us today.
Hello, Olivia, and hello, everyone. It's wonderful to be here again. I'm Jack. I hope you're all having a great start to your day.
Good morning, Jack. How are you today?
Good morning, Olivia. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. I'm a little sleepy, to be honest. I stayed up quite late last night reading a long report for work.
Oh, no, another long night at the office, even if it was at home.
Exactly. The monthly report was really long, but I tried to look at the bright side. I actually learned a few new English words while reading it, so that was nice.
That's a great attitude. Turning work into a learning opportunity is always a good idea. Well, before we start working, how about we get some coffee?
That sounds perfect. I honestly can't start my workday without coffee.
Same here. Coffee first, work later. Oh, and by the way, happy Monday!
Happy Monday indeed. Another busy week is starting.
Yes, but we don't need to stress about the whole week. We can just take it one task at a time.
That's true. So what's your plan for today?
First, I'm going to check my emails. After that, I need to review a new project proposal that came in yesterday. What about you?
Pretty similar. I need to reply to a few emails and then prepare for our team meeting later this morning.
Perfect. Why don't we work together for a bit? While we work, we can talk about useful English phrases for emails and office communication.
That sounds great. I really need help with that.
Okay, let's start with something basic. How do you usually begin a professional email in English?
Most of the time, I just write hi and then the person's name. For example, hi, John.
That's actually very good. Hi, John, or hello, Sarah, are both friendly and professional, especially if you already know the person.
I also see dear a lot in emails. When should I use that?
Good question. Dear is more formal. You usually use it when you're writing to someone you don't know very well, or when you're writing to your manager, a client, or someone senior. For example, Dear Mr. Smith, or Dear Ms. Lee.
Got it. So hi is friendly and dear is formal.
Exactly.
And what if I don't know the person's name?
In that case, you can write Dear Sir or Madame, or To whom it may concern. But keep in mind, those are very formal. If possible, it's always better to find the person's name.
That makes sense. It feels more personal, too.
Absolutely. Now, after the greeting, it's polite to start with a short, friendly sentence.
Like what?
Something simple, such as, I hope you are well, or I hope you're having a good day.
Oh, yes, I've seen that many times. I hope you are doing well.
Exactly. It's polite, friendly, and very common in professional emails.
So I could write something like, Hi, Olivia. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to ask about the new project schedule.
Perfect. That sounds very natural and professional.
Great. Now, what about ending an email? I'm never sure what to write at the end.
At the end of an email, you can use phrases like best regards, kind regards, thanks, or thank you.
I usually just write thanks.
That's totally fine, especially if you know the person. But for more formal emails, kind regards or best regards sounds better.
Okay, I'll remember that. Sometimes I also struggle with how to ask for something politely. For example, how do I say, send me the file without sounding rude?
That's a very important point. Instead of saying, send me the file, you can say, could you please send me the file? Or would you mind sending me the file?
Ah, yes, that sounds much nicer.
Exactly. Using phrases like, could you please, or would you mind, makes your message sound gentle and polite.
So instead of writing, check this report, I should write, could you please check this report?
Yes, that's perfect English for the workplace.
Thanks, Olivia. You're like a teacher even during work hours.
I'm just sharing what I've learned from my own emails over the years.
Oh, I just got a new email from our manager. Let me read it.
What does it say?
It says, Team, please review the attached report and share your feedback by end of day. Regards, David.
That's a great example of a short and clear professional email.
Yeah. So I should reply with something like, "Hi, David. Thanks for sharing the report. I'll review it and send my feedback soon."
Perfect reply. Polite, clear, and straight to the point.
I really like simple messages like that.
Me too. Clear English is always best. Short sentences, no unnecessary big words. All right, Jack, let's continue. Sometimes your emails might sound too direct. I can help you soften them a little.
Yes, please. I often worry that my emails are too short or too blunt.
No worries. Let's look at an example. Suppose you wrote, "Hi, Lisa. Send the sales report today. Thanks, Jack."
Yeah, that sounds exactly like something I'd write. But it feels a little harsh when I read it now.
Exactly. It's clear, yes, but too direct. We can make it softer and friendlier. For example, you could write, "Hi, Lisa. Could you please send me the sales report today? Thanks a lot, Jack."
Oh, yes, that definitely sounds much better.
Always remember, "could you please" is like your magic phrase at work. It makes requests polite and professional.
Got it. My magic phrase. Okay, let's take a short coffee break. Do you want sugar in your coffee?
Just a little, thanks. So, Jack, how long have you been working here now?
2 years already. Time really flies.
Wow, you must know almost everyone by now.
Almost. I love the people here. Everyone's really friendly. But I'm still a little shy when speaking English with coworkers sometimes.
That's completely normal. The more you practice, the easier it gets. You don't need perfect grammar, just be friendly and clear.
Yes, I'll try to speak more often during breaks or casual talks.
Good plan. Speaking of casual talks, let's go over some useful phrases for small talk at work.
Yes, please. I sometimes freeze during these short conversations.
We often start with something simple like, "How was your weekend?" Or, "Did you watch the game last night?" Or, "How's your day going?"
Oh, yes, I hear that often. Usually I just say, "good," and leave it there.
That's fine, but you can expand a little. Try, "Pretty good." Not bad. Busy but good.
Busy but good. I like that one. Very real.
Exactly. That's how most people feel. Then you can keep the conversation going by asking back, "And you?" Or, "How about you?" Or you can share something about your work. "I'm working on the new report today. What are you working on?"
Ah, I see. So if someone asks me, "How's your day?" I can answer, "It's good. I'm working on the project plan. How about you?"
Perfect. That's exactly how native speakers talk at work.
Sometimes I just say hi and walk away because I don't know what else to add.
That's okay. Just add one short question or comment. For example, "Hi, it's cold today, isn't it?" Or, "Hi, you look busy today."
Ah, yes. Weather is always safe to talk about.
Exactly. Everyone loves talking about the weather.
All right, let's do a quick practice. Pretend we meet near the coffee machine.
Okay, acting mode on. "Hi, Jack."
Hey, Olivia. How's your morning so far?
"Pretty good. Just checking emails. How about you?"
Busy but good.
Busy but good. That's our new office motto.
Feels like real coworkers now.
Because we are. Now, let's talk about polite reminders in emails. Sometimes someone doesn't reply and you need to follow up.
Yes, I often struggle with that.
You can say, "Hi, name. Just following up on my previous email. Could you please share an update when you have time?"
That sounds nice. Not pushy at all.
Exactly. You're just politely checking. If it's urgent, you could say, "Hi, name. I just wanted to check if you had a chance to look at my previous email. We need the information by date."
Oh, that's really useful. I'll write that down.
Remember, short, clear, polite. Also, when you send attachments, here's what to write. "Please find attached the report." Or, "I've attached the file for your reference."
Ah, I usually write, "I send you the file."
It works, but attached is much more professional. Try, "Please find attached." Sounds natural and clear.
Got it. Okay, let me try writing one now. Hi, Olivia. I hope you're doing well. Please find attached the new report. Could you please review it? Thanks and kind regards. Jack.
That's perfect. Clear, polite, and professional.
Yay! My first professional email in perfect English.
You're doing great.
Oh, by the way, our team meeting is in 10 minutes.
Ah, yes, the Monday catch-up. Are you ready for it?
Kind of. I always get a little nervous speaking in meetings.
Don't worry. Today we'll practice easy English phrases you can use in meetings.
Good idea.
When the meeting starts, the leader usually says something like, "Good morning, everyone," or "Let's get started."
Okay, and when it's my turn to speak?
You can say things like, "Today I'd like to talk about," or "I have an update on."
Ah, that's very useful. I can say, I have an update on the project plan.
Perfect. Simple and clear. If you want to agree with someone, you can say, "I agree. That's a good point." Or, "I think you're right."
And if I disagree politely?
Say something like, "I see your point, but," or "I understand, but I think." Always polite, never too strong.
I'll try that in today's meeting.
Great. Also, if you don't understand someone, it's okay to ask, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "Could you please speak a bit slower?"
Ah, good. I usually just nod and pretend I understood.
Been there. But it's better to ask. People are happy to help.
True. Okay, one more question. What if I need to leave a meeting early?
You can say, "Sorry, I have another meeting now." Or, "Sorry, I have to leave early for another task."
Ah, yes, that sounds much more professional.
Exactly.
Wow, we've already covered a lot this morning. Greetings, emails, small talk, reminders, attachments, and meeting phrases.
And it's only 10 a.m.
Busy but good.
There's your favorite phrase again.
Always.
All right, Jack. Now that we're ready for our team meeting, let's practice a few phrases you can actually use during it.
Yes, please. I always get nervous when I have to speak in front of the team.
Don't worry, we'll go step by step. First, when you start speaking, you can use, "Good morning, everyone. I have a quick update on our project."
Okay, that feels simple enough.
And if you want to give details, you can say, "The report is almost complete and I'm waiting for feedback from the design team."
Ah, I see. And if someone asks me a question, what should I do?
If you understand, you can answer directly. For example, "Yes, I've reviewed that section and it looks good."
And if I don't understand?
Then politely ask, "Sorry, could you explain that part again?" Or, "Could you please speak a bit slower?"
Ah, yes, that seems much better than pretending I understand.
Exactly. Being clear is always better.
Okay, now what if I agree with someone's point in the meeting?
You can say things like, "I agree, that's a good point." Or, "I think you're right."
And disagree politely?
Say something like, "I see your point, but I think we might also consider," or, "I understand, but I feel we should."
Perfect. Polite and professional.
Exactly. And if you need to ask a question, you can say, "Could you clarify what you meant by," or, "I have a question about that part."
Ah, yes, that's useful.
Now, sometimes you need to give a short summary at the end of your part in a meeting. You can say, "To summarize, the project is on track and we're waiting for feedback from the team."
Short and clear. I like that.
Another important point, when you finish speaking, you can also say, "Thank you for listening. That's my update."
Great. That feels professional.
Now, let's practice a small, real-life office conversation scenario. Imagine you're walking to the coffee machine and you meet a coworker.
All right.
"Hi, Jack. How's your morning going?"
Busy but good. I'm just preparing for the team meeting. How about you?
"Pretty good. Just checking emails and reviewing the project proposal."
Busy but good. That phrase again.
Exactly. It's the truth for most of us. If you want, you can add something about your work. "I'm also waiting for feedback on the report."
Ah, yes, that makes the conversation more natural.
Exactly. Now, imagine the manager sends an email asking for feedback on a report. You can reply like this: "Hi, David. Thanks for sharing the report. I'll review it and send my feedback soon."
Short, polite, and clear. Perfect.
And remember, if you send attachments, say, "Please find attached the report for your review," or "I've attached the file for your reference."
Much better than just writing, I send you the file.
Exactly. It's the professional way.
Okay, let me try another example. Hi, Anna. I hope you're doing well. Please find attached the latest project plan. Could you please review it? Thanks and kind regards, Jack.
Perfect. Polite, professional, and clear.
Wow, I feel much more confident writing emails now.
And we didn't even cover the more complicated ones yet.
One step at a time.
Now, about meetings, if you want to leave early, it's polite to say, "Sorry, I have another meeting now," or "Sorry, I have to leave early for another task."
Ah, yes, that sounds professional.
And if someone's point is interesting and you want to show appreciation, you can say, "That's a great idea," or "Thanks for sharing that perspective."
Nice, that sounds natural.
Finally, if the meeting is ending, you can say, "Thanks everyone for your time. Let's catch up again tomorrow." Or, "Thanks for your updates. Have a great day, everyone."
Perfect, that feels very natural.
See, we've covered emails, polite reminders, attachments, small talk, meeting phrases, agreeing, disagreeing, asking questions, leaving meetings, and thanking people.
And it's only 10 a.m. Busy, but good.
There's that phrase again. Remember, Jack, practice makes perfect. Use these phrases every day and soon they'll feel natural.
Thanks, Olivia. I feel much more confident now. Easy English Daily really makes learning English practical and fun.
That's the goal. And remember, short, polite, and clear is always best in the workplace.
Absolutely. Busy, but good.
That's our office motto.
Perfect way to start the week.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on Easy English Daily. We hope these tips help you communicate better at work, write emails professionally, and speak confidently in meetings.
Yes, don't forget to practice and use our magic phrase. Could you please? It works every time.
See you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye, everyone.